Greetings, Poke People. GTR90 here. And today, we're playing Pokemon Scarlet using only Walking Wake. Those of you not aware, Walking Wake is a neuter type, but its ability raises its highest stat in the sun. This is actually a problem, namely because water type loses half their power in the sun. So doubling our special attack will do absolutely nothing for the power of our stab moves because they're doing active damage anyway. Well, once we get through all the introduction and get the ability to actually play the game, we make our way to Cortana to do the horrible. I still don't understand why this is the imposter for being on Kim. What does Roy and Olive have to do with bugs? The fence is made of spider-web? What about the actual rolling of the olive? I do not understand. Anyway, before fighting Katie, it's probably a good idea to spend some time getting some EVs. Not normally something I worry too much about necessarily one, but there's no real reason to not do it here. Specifically, I want special attack EVs. Luckily, there's Marie and Scarlet in the fields outside of town. And I run into a shiny sword? I hadn't even seen it, it was just pure rock. So I catch it and name it Mare. There is going to be a whole more support mascot for the run. So once we get up to Katie's level, it's time to start the gym battle. Water Pulse one-shots the Nimble, but leaves the Choa and the Wag allow him to get back with a bug bite. Twister finishes off the Yarn Spider, bringing in Katie's base Tediosa. Katie, of course, immediately terrorizes the little bear, and it takes less than half from Water Pulse. But it gets the confusion. Okay, maybe this isn't so bad. And Tediosa gets itself confused. Okay. And on the Water Pulse finishes the battle for a surprisingly painless first side victory against Katie. But badge acquired along with some cupcakes. So with one badge in hand, it's time to face the first Titan, Claw. And in case that fight against Katie had you thinking this Pokemon was good, the super effective Water Pulse failed to KO the Black type Claw. Fortunately, it does get the confusion and Claw takes itself out, but that was just one. So we jump off a cliff right into the top of Pulse Charge. Robin revives us and is at round 2. To stop the battle, super effective Water Pulse goes less than half. Robin helps by going for a turn 1 life view, which does nothing. Thank you, Robin. Anyway, another Water Pulse leaves Cork in the leg, and Black 2 does about half to us. Also, Ender Shell activates, so that's cool and awesome and not scary at all. Cork just goes for Rock Smash on the next turn, which does significantly less damage, so we somehow avoid losing here. And that's how Chicken Salad failed against a single Pokemon that it has a type advantage against. How is he going to do against a gym that splits that around? Well, there's only one way to find out, and it starts with taking a sandwich break. Once we've run around with some soil for a while, there's nothing left to keep us from facing Glacius. The battle starts with Twister not getting a flinch and Tetsuo getting off a Mega Drain. couple times later, Petaluma lands a sleep cutter and not much to get chicken salad down to a bar. We wake up, get off earlier, then Bike is able to take out Petaluma. Scarlet doesn't do nothing really much. It takes 3 hits and twists to get it down, but gets flinched twice. That doesn't matter though, because when Tweety Boydell comes out, he dodges the flinches with Twister and takes us out still above half HP. And we did go in a bit under level, so let's catch up a bit and try again. On round 2, Twister does a wow ahead to Petaluma. Doesn't stop the paddle and then lets us sleep out it out. But fortunately, we will be one time to wake up and finish off Taro before it can do too much damage back to us. Sawyer is also a 2-hit KO, but this time it gets off easily. But what about the Rudown? Well, it takes a quarter from Twister, but it's okay. So we keep spamming Twister by getting 12 waves, and another Twister leaves Rudo with a slipper. Not a 12 wave activates Chicken Salad's orange berry, but we still need to build it quick, I think. I haven't counted anything so far. Well, we do have speed still, and one final Twister finally defeats Glacius, giving us speed plus badge. Now that's done, we go from the glasses to the sky. Chicken Salad spams all pulse against Bombardier, and round 1 ends after just a few times. We don't get a single second of a break between rounds, and Jarvin doesn't really help much in round 2. Exactly just spams rock polish while Chicken Salad alternates between water pulse and Twister based on early torment. You don't finish the battle with a rock though, but that was going to be the last time anyway. So another round of EV training later, it's time to face the first team star base. Except, we actually have to have 3 Pokemon to do it. Sadly, Glamour and Mankey and put Mare the shiny Slowbro we got earlier onto the team, and then it's time to face Guacamole. Ponyard ends up surviving water pools, but gets kizzied. It doesn't matter though, cause he still nails and failure ace. He goes down to a Twister next time. So, blame on the Rebel Doom Claw. Intimidate doesn't matter, cause we're a special attacker. And the second Starmobile outspeeds and hits us with a wicked torque. Chicken Salad is won by tickling in with a water pulse that doesn't even confuse, and a few times later, we wins. This Pokemon, man, it's just terrible. We can't even activate our ability ourselves right now, that we functionally have no ability. Luckily, the good folks at Game Freak know that grinding sucks, and we already have access to a power lens back in Messagoza. Somehow, massacring the local side-up calculation while wearing glasses makes it possible to swap water harder. And that makes all the difference. Oh, but just ordered 2 more high-roll ranges from the RNG. I don't know if we ever got that. What we did get was a fighting a metal sound, and a snow. And those extras 3 times allowed us to finally get through Guacamole. I didn't show every attempt of this battle, nor will I show every failed attempt moving forward. Too slowly, this took a really long time. Multiple hours. And this wasn't even the longest amount of time I spent on one battle. Up next, is Iron Mountain Harvest Magius. We'll take your water type into an electric gym, and Miss Magius is told to terrorize and nail us with a thunderbolt. We have to adjust that. So I strap an ankle bracelet to my dinosaur and thought of some birds so that we can move faster. And now that we prepared to face Siono, pneumonia ambushes us. And even though we tell her we're not interested in facing her, she drives us into a battle anyway. She sends out her rock and we send it down rivers or waterfalls. Tommy gets sent back in Mudshot that walking runs for some reason. Crunkle survives a Mudshot that just goes beyond, so it goes down. Now, it's time to throw our stalker into the river and get back to doing what we're actually here for, which is challenging Iona. The supercharged streamer leads off with a try and paralyzes us before coming down. It brings in Thunderbolt, who survives a crit mud shot and gets in a bunch of damage. That puts us in range for Luxio to take us out. Didn't even get to the missing ideas that we did so much prep for. This is such a terrible Pokemon. Before starting round 2, I have chicken salad for some soft sand, not to be confused with hard sand, and we'd avoid paralysis this time. One shot still isn't a one shot unbearable, but we get good and green HP. Luxio goes down on a mud shot, and it finally brings in Miss Magius. Knowing that it will terrorize into electric type, I want to go for mud shot, but it has gravitate, so I can't. So we have to rely on Motor Pulse. And several times later we managed to break through confusion and finish off the Magius with 10 HP remaining. So now it's time to face Mila. She leads with Torkoal, whose drop ability sets up the sun, finally activating photosynthesis. So our special attack is heightened while the damage of Motor Pulse is cut in half. Like I said, really bad Pokemon. The result is Torkoal surviving a Motor Pulse and hitting a clear snub. Did that actually undo the effect of photosynthesis? I have no idea. Regardless, Torkoal goes down on the next turn and we're facing the car. Inside of Water Pulse, I go for Mudshot. Mudshot youngs Gravelco's speed, but then Speed Boost raises it. Well, we keep going for Mudshot, keeping our speed neutral, and eventually we end up winning the battle, surprisingly on the first try. So I'm fine to steal it's time to fight the Alaskan Bullrun. Round 1 ends up being absolutely trivial as Water Pulse crits and sends the Titan packing. Orwin shows up for round 2 and also one-shots Toadcool. Come on, Hagen, rock in! Well, turns out Orthworm is a worse Pokemon than the Walking Week and we win a couple times later. That means it's time to go to Cashcraft or to face Kofu. After we chase him across the desert and win an option. For some reason. Seriously, what's going on in this region with the Gentiles? Well, your man meets up with a vaulting Veluza that takes 2 hits of Dragon Blood to go down. Orb 2 has much forward defenses due to its ties to Dugtrio, but it also takes 2 hits to go down. What in the world? Club Damnable comes in and takes less than half from Dragon Blood before landing a hard slam. A second Dragon Blood leaves Club Damnable in the red and paralyzes, but it breaks through to land a slam that leaves us in range for the sandstorm that's been blowing in from the desert. In round 2, we make it back to Club Damnable in the green and then he misses slam. and without extra 3 ton of damage, Chicken Salad is able to finish the battle and win a speed motor dodge. With 9 total badges in hand, it's time to go to Tag Tree Thicket and face off against the Naruto Uzumaki. It starts off terribly. Stanky uses a sucker punch, which punches become a stench. Then a couple times later he hits us with Toxic, because why wouldn't he? And we lose a couple times later as a result. So we go again and make it to the Navi Starmobile. Then 2 hours and 40 minutes later a quick suit takes out Stanky, then 2 more take out Muck, and 1 more Platinum boosted sword takes out the normal Rubber Balloon. Then Chicken Salad survives 2 noxious talks without getting poisoned, and continuing to use surf, boosted by Nitronow. Finally gets us a poison badge. Hopefully the next stop will be a little more ordinary, because we're on our way to Midori and Larry's Gym. And on the way, we find the TM for Cyborg. A move that Walking Week can actually run for some reason. But not by level up until level 77. There were people there. They're dead now. Definitely dead. Anyway, the deranged lunatic leads off with Koma. Soft pass over her, and then it uses yawn. Well, there's nothing we can do about it, so we take it out and he brings in the gun scores while we fall asleep. We take a couple pipe drills before the gun slash goes down. Then slow back to Sabaja Point Blow and finishes Chicken Salad paper side. On attempt 2, after failing to land a crit on Kamala, we set up a sunny day so that Kamala stays in while we sleep. Kamala misses 1 habit slam while we nap, but when we wake up we finish it off and face off with the gun slash. The Fox 6 survives a sun-boosted flamethrower and a bunch of bomb, then gets off the ground. So now we're paralyzed going into Star Raptor, which means the bird outspeeds, survives assault, and takes us out a couple of facade. Now this is going rather annoyingly. Eventually I put a chesto berry on Chicken Salad, so we can take out Kamal before it has a chance to do anything. And we're wide awake in a safe house for the dance boss. He once more takes 2 hits himself and we're paralyzed going into Star Raptor. He does outspeed and hits us with a harsh facade. However, we survive the second one and finally win the normal badge. Before we have a chance to live like a really loud, pneumonia shows up to ruin our day. All like an arc goes down and one it comes up, and when Goonie comes out, we take a test to set up Sunny Day. After eating our Dragon Pulse that somehow takes us to about half, we retaliate with Dragon Breath that takes it all the way up. Pomo goes down in on it as well, and Skeletorge goes down in 2 hits of surf despite the sun being out. But the sun fades at the end of the battle as we have to go to Multi-Napera. That Jim takes a series of double battles that somehow causes stage to light up because that makes sense. And now that we've actually had a gym test that was somewhat relevant to the gym, it's time to have a Pokemon battle, not a rap battle with Rhyme. Rhyme's gym battle as practiced by the gym test is a double battle. So we missed the Apple there. Now goes down to chicken salad sauce, which does a good chunk to banana and breeds mimic you the stars. Then a couple hours later, houndstones play wild sex at chicken salad. So we just keep spamming sauce. It's a money-based house that move that gets both components. There is literally no downside to using it. This time around, chicken salad quits houndstone and takes it out in one shot. That leaves line with toxicity who manages to survive a salad, and we manage to survive a houndstone toxicity and we get the ghost badge, surprisingly on the second attempt. The next gym badge is Alfonara. But before we get there, we have to address the oversized, aggressive, ancient consent in the room. Round 1 ends with a single-use abscess, and for round 2, Oren shows up with a stable end to her. Round 2 takes 2 rounds of surf to end, and after a quick sandwich break, we pick up the ground badge and continue on our way to Alfonara. And who should just happen to show up but pneumonia? Our team hasn't changed much except for Doomy now being a surgeon and this video is already getting pretty long. So let's go ahead and skip this one. The attention-seeking stalker has already taken up the map screen time. And now we pushed her out of the way yet again, hopefully into a week. It's time to face the psychic specialist. I wanna say Rose? Or whatever, the surge to ash rises soft but just sensible with start reducing the power of physical moves. After that, Golden Aura outspeeds and hits a already dazzling gleam, then survives the cell phone our silver. Then we outspeed and finish the Golden Ball? I guess it was speed time? Anyway, Aspiratua comes in and tries its best, but now it's on to focus. Can we force out the shot? No. Self does a lot of damage, but dazzling green finishes chicken salad. I spent multiple hours attempting this battle against Daisy, I think? I wish I could reliably get to focus, but that was it. Our special attacks just couldn't hold power. It is very specially defensive. I tried substitute shots, various items, weighing full, weighing but just never showed up. In the end though, I did pull it off. After more than 1 hour, I seek out and grab the TM full lane dance. And then head back to Aconite's gym. Don't get me wrong, I didn't win the first battle lane dance. Or the second. Or third. It takes a lot more attempts. Eventually though, we avoid a thin edge but as we set up a lane. With the lane, Chicken Salad is finally able to one-shot the Fridge Tour, and the Garderobe, and the Aspirathra. But now, what about the Fergus? Yeah, the Fergus 2001, and gets a Blue Blast. Which Chicken Salad survives in the red. Ready and finals, one final shot, and we've finally beaten Palladium and acquired the Psychic Badge. That was an absolute nightmare. Hopefully, the Grisha fight won't be that difficult. But there's only one way to find out. All the Gym Challenge here is... it's a Gym Challenge. Yeah, I didn't even touch the controls there and still passed. Why did you do this, Gameplate? I know a lot of people complain about Daffodil Tomb Challenge being tiring, but not. But we should have to actually do something. What about the battle itself? We put a metronome in Chicken Salad's hands and start the battle. Round 1, we set up the sun, but Kusha Slow sets up tailwind. That could actually be annoying, especially since it lands a blizzard. But a sun boosted flamethrower takes out the quarterly bug. With the sun and metronome boosted flamethrower, Baptic goes down in one hit, and then sit tight about speeds. What? And we survived the ice better with 12 HP and tailwind petered out. Boy, that's what happened. Well, that's always missed and the sun is still out. We have 3 metronome flamethrower, will not be enough. It is, and that's the first 2 meters giving us a badge on the 10 to 1 since Katie did. The next boss is Ortega Ab Team Storm, but before that it's high time we do some hyper training. But to do that we need ball cats. Wish we can just buy from Gallagher Presents back in Nessagozo. Crazy.
And look what, guys, if you're enjoying this video, then leave a like on it. It's free and it really helps me out a whole lot. Also, I'm always working on the next one, so maybe subscribe and leave an application now so you don't miss the rest of the videos.
Well, now that we've maxed out everything but physical attack, which we haven't used since last year's anyway, it's finally time to rush the root boss starbase. We start by doing maybe half to a Zumo. Will this be a 2-shot? No, of course not. Walking away, what are you doing? Well, it does take out Wiggly Top in 1A and Dash Bomb, but what about the car? No, of course not. And Magical Torch ends it. Maybe an hour later, Azuma goes for double time as we set up line and then start blowing up soft with metronome. With 2 soft already in the metronome, Wiggly Top goes down, and so does Dash Bomb, and now a fail sauce in the metronome in the lane. The Sunmobile lives in mud. What the heck? Why is walking weak so bad? Well, Magical Torque only does half, so another side finishes the battle and we have the Fairy Badge. 2 more badges to get. Next on our list is the Dragon Titan. Fun fact, the Titan Pokemon don't say their names. They say, yo, what's up? I'm a Titan.
Yo, what's up? I'm a Titan!
And using Sunny Day, round 1 takes a couple Dragon Block to go down. For round 2 though, there's Overworld Rain, which can't be overwritten with Sunny Day because of poisons. But we have all been helping Sa. Kind of. Round 2 starts and Chicken Salad goes for Dragon Block, which doesn't get the tail up. While Bambozo goes for Body Slam onto Chicken Salad, which does get the tail up. Because of course that happens. Chicken Salad then proceeds to be fairly paralyzed twice in a row. Leon gets in some decent chirping when Chicken Salad finally manages to move. Is it enough? It is not. And we're done. But the battle doesn't end and Greedent takes down the Don Bozo. I had no idea that was a thing. So World's resort to a Tatsumaki and Chicken Salad is at full health. I swear I had no idea that talking battles work like this. Is it all you listen or is it all bad? Someone let me know in the comments down below. Dragon Blast once more fails to paralyze as Tatsumaki launches an icy wind. The boss all memory avoids it, but walking Wake apparently jumps right into its path. Leon is going to be soon enough damage to take down however, and on this Dragon Blast does get the paralysis. That doesn't stop Tatsumaki from nailing Chicken Sour with a heavy dragon pulse that gets the KO however. So now it's all depleted. It looks like it's just barely above blood, so it should only take a couple times at most. Gleeden uses takedown and Tatsumaki is fully parried, so one more should do the trick. But then Gleeden manages to miss takedown 3 times in a row, only landing it when it's in range for the recoil to take itself off, losing us the battle. What the damn, Gleeden? Don't do the automata stuff with this. We don't have to redo phase 1, but we do have to redo phase 2. Which starts with us setting up the sun because the overall rain has ended, making Danton's out a 3-hit KO, which Chicken Sour cleanly survives. Then Tatsumaki goes to tilt on both of us, as Chicken Sour just continues Dragon Blast spam and Gleeden gets up a tail whip. And then a takedown from the legally blind and loaded men used to finish the Sushio. Finally gave us the dragon badge. Just one more badge left to collect, so let's dash on over to the castle base. When the battle with Perry starts, we take a time to set up Sun as toxically just a poison jab. We thankfully avoid the poison, and then launch a Hydro Steam. A move that only Lake is able to run, and opponent gets stronger in the sun. This might finally make this Pokemon actually usable. Or it makes sure with a Toxicroak at least. Lucario can win and we're holding the metronome, so to maximize our damage against the cold, we keep launching Hydro Save. Aries finally Bake jumps down and Passimian, and the extremely bulky Annihilate, but then in comes the cold. The sun is still out and we have 4 Hydro Steams stored in the metronome. Is it enough? It is, and Harry is the second Team Star boss to be defeated on the first try. She's also the last one we have to defeat at all, so let's move on to the end game. Or maybe we're already in the end game? That I don't know. I have no idea how to tell when both phases begin and end. Anyway, let's all on. Let's start with an interview. For some reason. I do not understand what the point of this is. Well, Lucas should bump interviewer to opponent as the actual Elite Four challenge starts. Whiscash goes down to a sun-boosted Hydro Steam, and then so does most of our team. The issue is, Cordsire has water absorbed, so hitting it with any water move is not going to work. Well, Dragon Blood paralyzes but does less than half, and Earthquake takes us out. Walking Wake. You're on water type. Luke is a ground specialist. How did you lose that? I swear, this Pokemon is just so bad. So bad. Well, in 나랑 두고 고백는 맞추나와라네 인스타gram 하이저 스테인 위테어 트 위키 스팀 위 주하겠나 고산 텍스파 also don't be enough story so he's gay up so you get no matter what. Time to switch spots. And solid maternum, what's the use of leftovers? The bun starts the same way. We use sunny day. Then hydro stains takes out fresh cash. Study means it takes two its to finish off and instead black side soul after which we're still in green HP. That 2-year doesn't stand a chance. But then the sunlight fades. Well, hydro stain still takes out the quarterly cable off, but that still leaves the problematic cold side. I set up sunny day as it comes in, eating a massive earthquake in the process. Cold side usually put charges we go for flamethrower, so that just each time the black beast healing for us. Flamethrower does less than half too cold, but it does get them burned. That's huge. Then another flamethrower gets the high roll and we've beaten with that. That's 1 elite 4 down, 3 to go. Down absolutely matters. Also, I am saving between members, and if that bothers you, too bad. This is my channel, I play how I want. And Poppy's playtime here is about to demonstrate why. After setting up a sunny day, we take over half from playing rough. Flamethrower then takes out Corporation, Carbonite, and Bronzone in one and a piece. And then Magnus out as story. Because of course. Well, I wouldn't two only four members in a row have story more. Regardless, that's not the problem. The problem is what comes in next. Tinketa. Large resized white screen takes up quarter from Flamethrower. Chaos missing is nice, but another flamethrower won't take it out, so I have to go for sunny day. But then Tinky connects up me flame lots and I lose. And I keep losing. Many times. I knew how to win. After giving chicken salad a heat look, there were and things that could have happened at any given point. If Raja missed its Kayla, or if Tinky missed hers again, or if Flamethrower quit Tinky, or if Flamethrower burned Tinky, that would give me another hit. But here's what actually ended up happening. After an hour and 20 minutes worth of attempts, I give chicken salad a focus band. Then go into the bow against Poppy yet again. And as we set up sunny day, Russia misses its playing rough. Flamethrower then tears through Russia, Carbonite, and Bronzone. Magnus survives because of sturdy and sets up white screen. Then Tinkerton comes out, and I hesitate. Do I set up a sunny day here? Do I bank on a crit? What's the correct play? Eventually, I click on Flamethrower hoping for anything good to happen. Flamethrower connects, does about quarter, and it dies. Two of the things I spent so long fishing for with the heat rock strategy happened after I took the heat rock off. What the heck? Well, with Tink's attack cut in half, it's basically game over. With the chip bomb every time a few more flamethrower wins us the battle, and only two remain. Our next battle is against O'Leary. And when he sends out two abuse, I considered going for sunny day, but decided just to use flamethrower instead. Then he sets up Sunny Day for us. Oh, well, if you want to get slumped out, probably just say so. Well, Dragon Ball was a KO from that range anyway, and so on Altaria, who falls to a single Dragon Ball. Scarlet comes in and gets up with Intimidate, which does not matter before going down to Hydro Steam. Oikoyo also goes down to Hydro Steam, and then the sun fades as the meteor comes out. I hesitate a while and do a few counts, and it turns out that Hydro Steam is a guaranteed two-shot on Sonigo, and Sonigo never KOs Chicken Salad. So I take the first try victory of the Elite fail, and now it's on to the final remaining Elite one. The battle against Hassel starts, and I set up a Sunny Day, taking over half from Noivan Giant Pulse in the process. But with a boosted special attack and photosynthesis, I can all-shot Noivan with Dragon Blood. I can either save or Flapple, Chagamo, and Foxus, who I always assume is bigger than he actually is. But then, Excalibur, who isn't red, and despite being paralyzed gets off a Dory Blast for the win. Because of course it does. Oh well, for round 2 I replaced the Heat Rock with the Meteorome, and then tail through his team. One shot in the back with Metronome boosted Dragon Blast. Now, why couldn't you do that with the photosynthesis boost? Why are you such a terrible Pokemon? Whatever, Champion Gita time. The battle starts, and Gita taunts me by reminding me how big of an advantage she has by not using Walking Wake as part of her team, let alone her entire team, and then sends out Esperanza. After setting up a Sunny Day and eating a dazzling gleam, I pick up the Egyptian chicken with a Hydro Steam. Go down to a flamethrower, and so does Diabolon. Sending that out was certainly a choice. Anyway, Team Gambit also... Why is our team so into fire? Huh? On our team, Fire Fire Weakness. Who approved this? Johnny, was it you? Johnny! Anyway, taking out King Gambit gives us enough XP to level up and learn Dragon Pulse, which we immediately use to foray the Bolting Balooza. Yeah, with just Blamoa, who takes a Hydro Steam to the face, winning us the battle. And Pneumonia shows up because she got me clear the Elite test, which was like 10 seconds ago. How could you have possibly gotten there and gotten here in time to meet us at the door, you stalker? Well, let's ignore her for a while and face off with Arvin. He leads with Concordant and we set up the sun, then Hydro Steam blows him around. Then I overthink things and use Dragon Pulse on Toad's 4, which leads to us failing attempt 1 as he survives and uses Spore. In attempt 2, I just use Flamethrower, which gets the one shot. Hydro Steam takes out Garganacl and Scoop away, though he gets up an Energy Ball. Coaster goes down to a Dragon Pulse and the boss gets to a Hydro Steam. That completes the Path of Legends storyline, so let's close out Starfall Street next. Heading up to Nalonha Academy, we meet Director Cobra, who appears to be suffering from severe dissociative identity disorder. He challenges us, expecting us to believe that he is Cassiopeia, and leads off with Orndu. We sat sunny days he just yawn. Einstein doesn't kill Sama, but it's time as he just uses yawn again. It'd be good if he just kept doing that. But he doesn't. He used to either. Thankfully we wake up next time and get out a flamethrower. Our bonus snow comes in and makes it snow, so photosynthesis wears off and he's still full to a quad effective flamethrower. Quadrilopia's next Pokemon is Gyarados, so we can set up Sunny Day again as he misses a Stone Edge. Following that, Dragon Pulse takes Gyarados down to yellow and he gets out of Earthquake. Seriously, walking away, if you're not going to one-shot things with your boosted stats, why do you even have them? Well, another one takes it out, and we're on to Houndoom with 93 HP remaining out of 222. Thankfully, Houndoom goes down in one hit, and so does Poltergeist. Nascarada terrorizes into pure glass, but then falls to a flamethrower. Alright, Wake, I see you. But our next opponent is the real Cassiopeia, so I'm going to need you to keep doing that. Honey starts off with Umbreon, and we take a second pulse as we set up the sun. After that, it takes both Dragon Pulse and Hydro Seed to take out the Umbreon. What did I just tell you about one-shotting things? Jolteon goes down to Hydro Seed, and Leafeon to Flamethrower. So good. Vaporeon down survives Dragon Pulse with a Slaboo and retaliates with a moderately strong Ice Beam. Flareon then goes down to Hydro Steam as the sun fades. This brings in Sylveon, and we have a problem. This thing hits ridiculously hard, and we do not have a way to one-shot it. So we just click Hydro Steam, and it doesn't even take half before Moonblast sends us spiraling through the wall behind us. And this was a major problem for a while. This Paradox fan of a legendary Pokemon just could not take out a cute dog with ribbons on its head. I even tried subscribes. Ribbon like either. Why does this thing not have poison jab or something? We have to work with what he does have access to. So here's what he eventually ended up working. We start by setting up the sun as Umbreon hits us with a soft dot pulse. Leftovers recovers some of the damage, and a couple times later, Umbreon goes down. Jolteon goes down to a Hydro Steam, and Leafeon to Dragon Pulse. Now, here's where things get interesting. I don't want to KO Vaporeon. Not yet, anyway. I use a couple Dragon Pulse to get it wrong, and then set up the sun as it hits me with weak Aurora Beams. Once it's on the Dodger Beam KO'd, then I set up Sunny Day, then Substitute, and then go for the KO. After that, Flareon goes down and on it as always, and now we're behind a stuffed animal, in the sun, in the middle of the night. Our Sylveon comes in. Hydro Steam goes over her, and Moonblast breaks the sun. And then the sun fades. Oh no. Will this next Hydro Steam be enough? It might be a range. It hits. And we've finally beaten Penny, closing out Starfall Street. Before we can celebrate 2 well, it's time to go knock off say let's start it down at peg or 12. Sunny day. I just ate. Then, to just survive the Dragon Pulse? Well, we survived it to territory Dragon Pulse, then take it out on the next turn. So as long as she doesn't have any priority and almost survives the flamethrower, it takes us out with close combat. Ha! Did not see that coming. Fortunately, on go number 2, we get a much better high roll and one-shot good yaw. We also one-shot everything else, and that concludes victory round. Nothing makes me happier than seeing her cry. Speaking of crying, it's time to start the final story of Pokemon Scarlet, The Way Home. Most of that story is just walking through Area 0, but the end of it is a battle against Professor Mommy. The battle started us using the booster energy we picked up a couple minutes before. Even still, Slithering survives a flamethrower. Screentail takes a couple hits to start to go down, and then a sucker punch from Boop Bonnet takes us out. This is the toughest battle yet. It takes nearly 2 hours on attempts, most of which aimed at either Bickery Rough or Evil Billy. A few get stronger, but none of them get to rolling long. Until one does. After several checks and attempts and fighter trainers, I decide that the best way to get through this battle is to level up to 73. At that level, with a booster energy, Slithering is a guaranteed one-shot. Screentail, though, is still a 2-shot. After running some checks, I confirmed that we survived a sucker punch from Boop Bonnet and not a flamethrower. Waterman then survives a shot and it lands a shadow ball that leaves Chicken Salad 12 HP. Thankfully, since her shock's ground typing makes it weak to water because Electric doesn't resist water. And so after surf, that brings in Rolling Moon. His booster energy activates, raising his attack, and then he gets one shot by Dragon Pulse. For the record, I win the calcs on all of Mommy's team. Most of those one-shots were ranges. Even Sandra Sharks. There were 3 damagers on that one account, out of 16. And so, there you have it, folks. Despite Game Freak's best efforts to the contrary, Walking Lake is able to beat Pokemon Scarlet. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment, all the YouTube things. Oh, and subscribe. I can mention that by name. And I'll see you all in the next one. And until then, I'm Meteor90, and I am blasting off again.